Hi, good afternoon, everyone. So, please subscribe my channel if you are not subscribers. Uh, if you really like this video, please subscribe my YouTube channel. Okay, for latest updates of current affairs. Okay, let's enter into the content. So today, Indian Affairs. Final draft of Central GST and Integrated GST approved by GST Council. The Goods and Service Tax (GST) Council, headed by Finance Minister Arun Jaitley, unanimously declared the crucial Central GST (CGST) and Integrated GST (IGST) draft bills on March 4, 2017 during its 11th meeting at Vigyan Bhavan. The state had recommended as many as 26 changes regarding CGST and IGST, all of which were accepted by the center. Under the IGST bill, which is related to taxation of interstate transfer of goods, the legislation has been made for cross-empowerment of state and central officers. Both centers, both center and states have agreed to provide a compensation scheme for small businesses. Now the small business with an annual turnover of up to 50 lakhs will pay 5% tax to be shared equally between the center and states. Aadhaar mandatory to get midday meal and booking train tickets online. Midday meal. The Union Ministry of Human Resource Development, in its notification on February 28, 2007, made it mandatory for the students across the country to have an Aadhaar number for getting their midday meals. Besides, the cook cum helpers working under the midday meal scheme will also have to furnish Aadhaar number. The stated rule will be applicable across the country except Jammu and Kashmir, Meghalaya and Assam. Those who have not yet enrolled under Aadhaar can do so by June 30, 2017. The move is aimed to ensure greater transparency and simplification in the government delivery process and enable beneficiaries to get their entitlements directly and in a seamless manner. Train ticket. As per the new business plan 2017 to 18 unveiled by Railway Ministry Suresh Prabhu March 2, on March 2nd, 2017, Railway will soon make Aadhaar number compulsory for booking railway tickets online. Besides, it will also move towards cashless ticketing system by installing 6,000 point of sale machine and 1,000 automatic ticket vending machines across the country. The decision aims to end fraudulent bookings and prevent selling tickets registered with fake identities. In addition, an integrated ticketing app will also be launched by May 2017 to promote cashless transaction. Aadhaar number will be required for one-time registration at the IRCTC ticketing site. Aadhaar number has also been made mandatory for senior citizens to avail concessions in train tickets from April 1st, 2017. A 3-month trial run for this is going on. Assam cabinet declares Sanskrit as compulsory subject up to class 8. In a cabinet meeting on February 28, 2007, the Assam government, led by the Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal, decided to make Sanskrit a compulsory language for students up to class 8 in the state. Besides, the government also decides to promote computer education in the states. The government would also appoint teachers for the two subjects. The government will also connect each panchayati of the state with the internet facility by the end of 2017-18. The decision to make Sanskrit mandatory was highly appreciated by the Assam Sanskrit Sahitya Sabha and Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh (RSS), as it would prevent Western impact on state's culture. However, the All Assam Students Union also criticized the decision to make Sanskrit compulsory instead of promoting Assamese language in the schools. Punjab, Jammu Kashmir seal fresh deal on Shahpur Kandi project. A renewed agreement between Punjab and Jammu and Kashmir has been sealed for the completion of the Shahpur Kandi Dam project, work on which was halted 2 years ago following a dispute. This move comes days before its annual Indus Water Commission meeting with Pakistan in Lahore later this month. The dam will help India utilize its share of waters under Indus Water Treaty. The 55.5 meter High Shahpur Kandi Dam in Punjab will help in providing irrigation facility to 5,000 hectares of land in Punjab and 32,173 hectares in Jammu and Kashmir. Besides generation of 206 MW power. The pact will have the way for completion of the dam also to stop the Ravi waters from flowing into Pakistan. West Bengal Clinical Establishment Bill 2017 anonymously passed in State Assembly. The West Bengal Clinical Establishment Registration Regulation and Transparency Bill 2017 was passed by the State Legislative Assembly on March 3, 2017 with full support. The bill aims to regulate the private hospitals and bring transparency and harassment of patients and take necessary steps to stop medical negligence in health institutes. The bill replaced the West Bengal Clinical Establishment Registration Regulation and mm, Regulation Bill 2010. The state will set up 13-member West Bengal Clinical Establishment Regulatory Commission which will monitor private healthcare facilities, decide on charges for hospitals and deal with complaints from patients. The regulatory commissions will conduct a surprise and routine checks on internal functioning of hospital and in case of non-compliance would be liable to be imposed penalty or even forced to wind down the operation. Key highlights of the bill. Hospitals cannot change more than as stated in the bill. Hospitals cannot delay the release of deceased patient even if the family cannot pay up immediately. In case of death due to negligent treatment, hospital would be liable to pay 10 lakhs as compensation. Victims of accidents will have to be provided care even if he or she cannot immediately pay for it. Hospitals that received land from the state government will have to provide free treatment to 1 in 5 outdoor patients and 1 in 10 patients admitted to the hospitals. Every clinical establishment shall maintain a public grievance cell for lodging of complaints on treatment, improper billing, deficit service, behavior of attending staff. Offer free cardiac surgery to children under Sishu Si- Sishu Sati scheme. West Bengal gives official status to tribal language Kuruk. The West Bengal government has given an official status to Kuruk language in the state which has been listed as an endangered language by the UNESCO. The language was given the official status on February 21st on the occasion of the International Mother Language Day. Kuruk is a tribal language that belongs to the Dravidian family. It's spoken by the Oran tribal community living in Birbhum, Bankura, Purulia, Midnapur belt and the tea garden regions in North Bengal. Kuruk is mostly spoken by around 16 lakh Oran and Kisan tribal peoples and a sizable number of them live in West Bengal. Besides, the state has also given official recognition to Rajbangshi Kamtapuri language. Since the language do not have any written script, the state CM Mamata Banerjee has formed a committee headed by respected Nrsimha Prasad Bhaduri, which will finalize the script and syllabus for Rajbangshi language. The recognition of Kuruk and Rajbangshi language by the state government would facilitate imparting of education in state government-run schools, and they can be used in official works in those areas in the state where the Oran and Rajbangshi people live. Official languages in West Bengal: English and Bengali are the two official languages of the state. Besides, the state has also recognized six other languages, including Urdu, Gurumukhi, Nepali, Olchiki, Oriya, and Hindi. International affairs. Cheyenne army, backed by Russian jets, recaptures ancient city Palmyra. The Syrian troops on March 2, 2017 successfully recaptured the ancient city of Palmyra from the Islamic State of Iraq and the Levant (ISIL) group for the second time in a year with support from Russian forces and warplanes. The Islamic State of Iraq and the Levant (ISIL) group, known as jihadists, first captured Palmyra in May 2015 and began to systematically destroy and loot the UNESCO's World Heritage Sites monuments and temples. They were driven out in March 2016 but again recaptured the city in December 2016 in a surprise move when Syrian government was focused on seizing rebel-held East Aleppo, though the jihadists totally fled away from the desert city but had destroyed many priceless cultural heritages in the historic city for sale in black market before Islamic State entered the city. Pa- mm, Palmyra, sorry, Palmyra was well known for temples, colonnaded alleys, and elaborately decorated tombs that were among the best preserved classical monuments in the Middle East. Syria capital Damascus currency Syrian pound. Prime Minister Imad Khamis. President Bashar al-Assad. Half of 4,096 kilometers of India-Bangladesh border fence. As per the reported by the Border Security Force (BSF), India has completed the process of fencing half of the 4,096 kilometers of border area which it shares with Bangladesh and expects to finish fencing the rest by 2019. The aim of fencing is to curb in curb infiltration and smuggling of cattle and fake Indian currency notes. BSF has also identified the plots and sent the proposal to the government for fencing the remaining area, but land acquisition is a major challenge for completing the work by the 2019 deadline. In case where fencing will not be possible, technological solutions such as cameras and lasers would be installed. India and Bangladesh shares 4,096-kilometer border. Among Indian states, West Bengal shares 2,216.7 kilometers, Assam 263 kilometers, Meghalaya 443 kilometers, Tripura 856 kilometers, and Mizoram 318-kilometer border with Bangladesh. Bangladesh capital Dhaka, currency Bangladeshi Taka, Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, President Abdul Hamid. Sweden introduces a military draft for both men and women. Sweden's coalition government of Social Democrats and Greens instituted a military draft for both men and women to tackle the deteriorating security environment in Europe and around Sweden. The country has abolished compulsory military service for men in 2010 because there were enough volunteers to meet its military needs. The country runs on voluntary policy that armed forces with enough trained personnel and never had a military draft for women. Presently, over 20,000 people now work for the Swedish armed forces, but this draft was announced to raise the strength of the forces by 1,000 active troops as well as 7,000 reservists. Sweden capital Stockholm currency Swedish krona. Banking and finance. SBI slabs charges on cash deposits breaching balance. India's largest lender has State Bank of India has revised service charges various transactions as well as cash deposits and for failing to maintain monthly average balance in their saving accounts. This move follows the leading private sector banks announced similar charges in this applicable from April 1st, 2017. The lender announced that three cash deposit transactions will be free in a month. Beyond three transactions, the bank will charge us mm, 50 rupees plus service tax for each transaction. The charges will be applicable to ATM transactions beyond free transactions. Besides, SBI will charge us 20 rupees per transaction. The bank has also imposed service charges for failure in maintaining monthly average balance in metro, urban, and rural centers. Population minimum balance metropolitan 5,000 rupees minimum balance, And penalty if anyone will not be maintained. 50 rupees charge for 50% shortfall, 75% 75 rupees for shortfall between 58 to 75% and 100 rupees for 75% or more. Urban 3000 rupees and penalty 40 rupees service charge, 60 rupees for 50 to 75% shortfall and 80 rupees for 75% or more. Semi-urban 2000 rupees minimum balance, penalty for non-maintenance of minimum balance ranges from 20 to 50 plus service tax. 10,000 rupees penalty for bank branches refusing to exchange soiled notes. The Reserve Bank of India has clarified that currency notes which have messages scribbled on it are legal tender. Bank branches that refuse to exchange soiled notes from people will have to pay a penalty of 10,000 rupees. The RBI, however, said that notes cease to be legal tender if messages scribbled on it political in nature. According to RBI's Clean Note Policy 1999, no bank can deny to exchange soiled or mutilated currency notes. However, there is a restriction is in place. The restriction for exchanging soiled notes is that if one exchanges more than 20 notes or notes worth 5,000 rupees in a day, the banks will levy service charges. Business Google India inks MOU with Telangana government. Search engine giant Google India and Telangana government have inked a memorandum of understanding aimed at supporting the digitalization efforts of the state. As part of the MOU, Google will provide Google Cloud credits and access to all cloud platform products to eligible startups engaged with Telangana government's T-Hub initiative. The MOU will cover various initiatives among making all government websites mobile friendly and introduces programs to help local small and medium business go online and stay safe online. The agreement will pave Google India and the Telangana to work on promoting digital literacy among rural women through program Internet Sati. Government's Biotech Innovation Center to be set up in Bangalore. CCAM, the Biotechnology Industry Research Assistance Council, BIRAC, will house its regional entrepreneurship center at Bangalore-based Center for Cellular and Molecular Platforms (CCAMP), a biotechnology innovation incubator. The government's nodal funding agency for the biotech industry, BIRAC Regional Center, aimed to increase portfolio through partnerships with startups and entrepreneurs. The center will provide a direct interface between angel investors and early-stage VCs, among other things. BRECs will play a facilitator's role. Appointments and resigns. P.K. Purwar appointed MTNLC and the Appointments Committee of the Cabinet. ACC appointed P.K. Purwar as the Chairman and Managing Director of state-owned telecommunications service provider Mahanagar Telephone Nigam Limited. The appointment effective from 1st March 2017 for the duration of 5 years. Prior to this elevation, Purwar was working as director in MTNL. He also held the additional charge of the post of MTNL CMD between June 2014 and June 2015. MTNL founded 1st April 1986, headquarters New Delhi, CEO Praveen Kumar Purwar. Acquisitions and mergers. Airtel Millicom Inc. pact to merge in Ghana. Bharti Airtel and Millicom International Cellular SA have entered into an agreement for Tigo Ghana Limited and Airtel Ghana Limited to combine their operations in Ghana. As a result, both the companies would have equal ownerships and governance rights in the combined entity in Ghana, making it one of the largest communications companies in the country. The combined entity would serve nearly 10 million customers, of which 5.6 million are data customers. It would cover more than 80% of Ghana's population with high-speed data and would have revenues close to $300 million. Science and technology. President Pranab Mukherjee confers stands and colors award to 125 helicopter squadron and MIT. President Pranab Mukherjee awarded the prestigious President's Standard to 125 Helicopter Squadron and Colors to Mechanical Training Institute at the Tambaram Air Base near Chennai on March 3, 2017. The President's Standards and Colors recognize the meritorious service rendered during war and peace. The 125 Helicopter Squadron, also known as Gladiators of the Indian Air Force (IAF), was recognized for the outstanding role played during the Pathankot terror attack in confining the terrorists to restricted area and reducing the casualties. About 125 Helicopter Squadron. The 125 Helicopter Squadron was the first gunship squadron of the Indian Air Force formed in November 1983. Since its formation, it has enhanced its operational capability over the years and earned accolades for its valor and strike capabilities when deployed internally as well as abroad. About Mechanical Training Institute. The MTI is the oldest technical training institute of the force formed in 1935. The institute has undergone changes in locations as well as in nomenclature over the years and was rechristened as Mechanical Training Institute in 1980. Environment. WCCB conducts Operation Thunderbird and Operation Save Kurma to combat wildlife crime. The Wildlife Crime Control Bureau (WCCB) under the Ministry of Environment and Forests coordinated nationwide Operation Thunderbird from January 30 to February 19, 2017 to combat illegal trade of wildlife animals in the country. The operation was undertaken in coordination with the International Crime Policy Organization (Interpol). Operation Thunderbird is the code name for Interpol's multinational and multi-species enforcement operation. It aimed to eliminate poaching of wildlife animals of India. Operation Save Kurma is a turtle-specific operation where over 50,000 live turtles were saved. NGT fixes norms for camping activities along the river Ganga. The National Green Tribunal has passed an order on March 2, 2017 prohibiting all camping activities on beaches along the Ganga which fall within 100 meters from the middle of the river during lean season. Flow from Shivpuri to Rishikesh, a hub for ecotourism and river rafting. The bench, headed by NCT chairperson Justice Justice Swatantra Kumar, gave the judgment upon a petition petition filed by an environment activist, Vikrant Tongad, who highlighted that illegal and improper activity at the camping sites led to the pollution of Ganga forest areas and was violating the norms and guidelines. The bench clarified that rafting, which is one of the significant components of ecotourism, should be encouraged, but it should not cause any environmental and biodiversity degradation. The permitted area can be used for the camping activity, that is putting up of tents, providing of toilets and such other requirements of necessary, while the remaining part of the beach can only be used for the purpose of walking and such activities which is not dependent upon setting up any permanent or temporary infrastructure. A study of Uttarakhand and the Wildlife Institute of India notified that there are total 56 beaches along the river Ganga, out of which 33 were recommended for camping while 23 were out of bounds. Out of the 33 sites recommended for beach camping, 3 fall outside the restriction of 100 meters, 8 sites are wholly within 100 meters, while the remaining 22 sites are partially within 100 meters and partially outside 100 meters. And sports. Maria Sharapova handed wildcard to participate in the Italian Open. Russia tennis star Maria Sharapova has been granted wildcard Italian Open as makes her return from the doping ban. The Rome tournament runs from May 15 to May 21. The former world number one will return to the tour of April 26 in Stuttgart Open after a 15-month ban for testing positive for the banned substance meldonium ends. The Russian wood needs as her wood world ranking has disappeared during her absence to even make the qualifying event. Besides, she has also been handed a wildcard for the Madrid Open. Obituary: Former IFS and MP Syed Shahabuddin dies. Well-known former Indian Foreign Service IFS officer and parliamentarian Syed Shahabuddin has passed away after a prolonged illness at a hospital in New Delhi. He was 82. Syed began working as a diplomat for the Indian Foreign Service IFS, later served three times from 1979 to 1996 as a MP. In his bureaucratic stint, he served as Joint Secretary in charge of Southeast Asia, the Indian Ocean and the Pacific in the Ministry of External Affairs. Besides the eminent man, Shahabuddin was a former president of All India Muslim Majlis Mushawarat Left Party. Books and authors: Number Do Lai, authored by former cricketer Akash Chopra. Former Indian cricketer Akash Chopra released a book titled Number Do Lai 61 Hidden Cricket Stories, which takes a different look at state. The defensive opening batsman narrated about the cricket records and players' performance more lucidly. That reflects players' impact in the game of cricket. It is based on the Impact Index analytics by Jaideep Verma, Soham Sarkar, and Nikhil Narayan. The book is more about Impact Index measures performance based on the match in series context and not just plain statistics. Important days: World Hearing Day, March 3, 2017. World Hearing Day is observed on each year on March 3rd to promote hearing. Since its pronouncement in 2007, and the theme of World Hearing Day 2017, Action for Hearing Loss, Make a Sound Investment, reflects to the economic impact of hearing loss. This year, who urged the theme, which highlights action which can be undertaken by decision makers to address hearing loss. And next thing, Chandrababu Naidu inaugurated AP Assembly building. Andhra Pradesh CM N. Chandrababu Naidu inaugurated the new assembly building at Velagapudi in the capital Amaravati region in Guntur district on 2nd March. The budget session, which is scheduled to begin on 6th March, it will be the first assembly session on the Andhra Pradesh soil in new capital Amaravati after the bifurcation of the state. Rihanna named Humanitarian of the Year award. The popular singer Rihanna has been named the 2017 Harvard University Humanitarian of the Year award, best known for her chart-topping albums. Barbadian singer was awarded the famous Peter J. Gomes Humanitarian Award. She got the award for her work supporting education and healthcare in Caribbean and developing countries. Thiruvananthapuram ranks best cities in urban governance survey. According to the fourth edition of the annual surveys of Indian City System 2016, Thiruvananthapuram ranks best cities. The survey by Bangalore-based advocacy group Janagraha Centre for Citizenship and Democracy, Thiruvananthapuram, capital of Kerala, has been ranked as the top Indian city to manage urban governance. It was also ranked number one in 2015. Was evaluated against 21st major cities across 18 states of India. AP Cabinet accepts naming of Tirupati Airport as Sri Venkateswara Airport. Andhra Pradesh on 2nd March 2017 decided to rename Tirupati Airport as Sri Venkateswara Airport and Gannavaram Airport as NTR Amaravati Airport. The decision was taken by the state cabinet, which met under the In the chairmanship of Chief Minister N. Chandrababu Naidu in Amravati, a proposal of renaming the airports would now be sent to Union Government for AP approval. For approval, Narendra Singh Tomar launches Swachh Shakti Saptah at Gurugram. Drinking water and Sanitation Minister Narendra Singh Tomar recently launched Swachh Shakti Saptah at Gurugram in Haryana. The week-long program across the country will highlight the role of women in Swachh Bharat mission and recognize their leadership in these 7 days, honoring champions, women sarpanchs, Asha workers, school teachers, senior women citizens. French football legend Raymond Kopa passes away. French football legend Raymond Kopa, who won the European Cup 3 times with Real Madrid in the 1950s, he was dead in Paris on 3rd March after a prolonged illness. The French Football League announced that a minute's silence would be observed before all weekend games in honor of the man who rose from a poor mining family in northern France to become one of Europe's greatest players. Delhi Metro enters in Limca World Records. Delhi Metro Rail Corporation has entered the Limca Book of World Records for erecting 200 U-shaped girders. BMRC successfully executed the task of erecting 200 U-shaped girders on the Noida Greater Noida corridor in May 2016. This is the maximum number of U-shaped girders ever launched on any metro corridor in India. Within a month, two Delhi Metro enters in Limca Book of World Records. Amjad Hussain B. Sal assumes charge of new Secretary General of SAARC. Pakistan seasoned diplomat Amjad Hussain B. Sal has assumed office as the new Secretary General of South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation (SAARC). Sale has assumed charge of the office of Secretary General of SAARC from March 1, 2017. He has succeeded Nepal's Arjun Bahadur Thapa, who was appointed the Secretary General in 2014. Delhi government extends midday meal scheme for girls up to class 12. Aam Aadmi Party (AAP)-led Delhi government has come up with an initiative to extend the midday meal facilities for the girl students up to class 12 in all Delhi government schools. Currently, Delhi provides the facility to all the students of government schools, including boys up to class 8 only. However, from April 1, 2017, the midday meal service for girl students up to class 12. Thank you. If you like this video, please subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you.